Om. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Blessed Self, Adorations. The Mystery of the Soul, Katha Upanishad, translated into English by Puji Gurudev, Puji Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj of Yoga Research Foundation, Miami, Florida. Day 17, Mantra number 6. Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrasham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Saravadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami, Sadgurum Tam Namami. Adorations to the Divine Preceptor, who is the bliss of Brahman, the giver of supreme joy, the embodiment of pure consciousness, beyond the pairs of opposites, vast like the ether, infinite, eternal, beyond all modifications. To that divine Guru I offer my adorations. My humble Sashtang pranams at the holy lotus feet of Puji Gurudev, Puji Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj of Yoga Research Foundation, Miami, Florida. Jai Gurudev. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everything. Shukrana, Shukrana, Shukrana. The Mystery of the Soul, Katha Upanishad, Mantra number 6. So the last part of Mantra number 5, just the recap, that Lord Yama reiterated, saying, by acts of charity and the performance of sacrifices, virtuous people go to heaven, but when they exhaust their meritorious karmas, they fall again into the trap of death and are reborn according to the nature of their remaining karmas. The performers of sinful deeds go to hell and are reborn among the less evolved beings. The atheists consider the physical body to be the self. They do not believe in heaven or existence after death. They revile the Vedas in different ways. So mantra number 6. An ignorant person who is deluded by wealth or overcome by dullness does not behold the other world, which means does not behold the world of liberation. There's no world for liberation. The whole world is God when you get liberated. You become one with God. So he thinks this visible world alone is true. There is nothing more than this. Thus deluded, he comes under my sway again and again. So that's Lord Yama saying that those who are ignorant, those who are deluded, they do not know about any other world and about liberation. They think that this visible world alone is true. There is nothing other than this. So they keep on getting into the trap of birth and rebirth cycle until there is some good karma or some mercy, some blessings because of some good deeds. They will become aware, they will come to realize and know, will have that jnana or knowledge that there is something beyond this world. So those who are deluded by wealth think that this world alone is real, that the world consisting of one's wife, children, food, drink, and other sensual enjoyments alone exists. There is no soul apart from this physical body. No one has seen the soul passing from the body at the time of death. That's what they think. They are deluded. Further, these materialists hold that the injunctions of the Vedas concerning the existence of Atman apart from the body are not words of God. So they are deluded that way also, that they are not words of God, that there is Atman and there is something called Atman outside this body or apart from this body. But concocted utterances of these skillful Brahmins, only the Brahmins have said that. Not Brahman, but Brahmins, the priests, the Brahmins by caste, who have said this. And they have said this out of greed for wealth, have misled the masses by such charming promises of life beyond the grave. So remember, Lord Yama is telling Nachiketas about these deluded people. So these deluded people think like this, that it's not God who said this, but it is Brahmins, and they did this, they said all these things just because they have greed for wealth, and they will mislead the masses, and they will get money out of it, and they will make some such charming promises of life beyond the grave. So then they say the idea, and then he further says that these people think that the idea that gifts, sacrifices, and offerings reach the departed souls is erroneous and fallacious, because if this were true, a traveler need not carry with him food and other objects. His relatives at home could perform sacrifices and give gifts, and thereby the traveler would be satisfied. Since this is not possible in this practical world, how can it be so with sacrifices, etc., in the astral world? Nevertheless, it is possible that offerings of food, etc., can appease the forefathers by producing subtle potencies. So these are the materialistic people who think like this. This is not true. They are deluded. So Lord Yama is telling Nachiketas that these people who are deluded, those who are ignorant, they have dullness. They do not believe in the scriptures. They think Brahmins have written, not the Brahman. God has not said this, but these people who are, they think that Brahmins are greedy, they want money, and they want to make such charming promises that, or your forefather, your so-and-so will get food, get this, get blessings, and they end up taking things because they are greedy. They are saying all these things which is not true. And so don't make a mistake. This is what Lord Yama is telling Nachiketas about people who are ignorant. They think like that. So then he continues saying, those aspirants who are desirous of doing good to themselves must avoid the company of these non-believers end their arguments. So stay away from such people, because they can delude. If you are not strong enough, they will delude you also. So they are ignorant. They can pull, just like the whirlpool, it can pull the people or anything. They can suck it in and drown them. So don't get sucked in by people who are deluded themselves and they teach you wrong things. Stay away means when they talk like that, anything like that which you don't believe in, then just move away from there. It's not worth listening. So the words of the Vedas must be attended to with great reverence. And this is what we are doing with this Katha Upanishad, that these are the words of our scriptures. And we have to be very careful. The words of the Vedas and Upanishads too must be attended to with great reverence and faith. Unconditional faith. The specious arguments of the non-believers cannot lead to the realization of the self. So if you have chosen that path, do not argue with these non-believers. If not until they are ready to acquire the knowledge, not until they are ready to learn the truth, because they will just argue and think that they are correct. Two fallacies arise when one denies the survival of the soul after death. One is Krita Pranash, the destruction of action that is already done. And two, Akrityo Bhyagam, that means experience of the fruits of actions that have not been done. So if a person is not reborn again, then all the actions of this life shall be destroyed without bearing fruit, which is against any logical thinking. Further, one cannot explain the experiences of a child who has not yet performed any action and still either suffers or enjoys, as it is placed in different conditions of life. Therefore, it is an established fact that the reincarnation of the soul cannot be denied. The survival of the soul thereafter is perfectly true. So Lord Yama is saying that how can we not believe that a child who is enjoying the life at that very little age, who is suffering, where did it come from? He has not made any karmas yet of such that he should be suffering. So that alone explains that it is from the past life's karma that this child is going through or purging. Those who have performed good works during innumerable births hear the instructions from the realized sages and saints and attain the knowledge of Atman. The revelation of Atman through knowledge is a great wonder. This is shown in the next mantra, which is mantra number 7. So we will continue on this in the next session. Mantra number 7. So I'm going to reiterate this Krita Pranash, that means the destruction of action that is already done. So it is the past life's action. And Akrito Bhyagam. Akrito Bhyagam. Experience of the fruits of actions that do not. Experience of the fruits of actions that have not been done. So, not done in this life, and you are experiencing the fruits, and that is from the past life. So we will continue on mantra number 7 in the next session. And let us celebrate day 5 of Krishna Janmashtami. And this is something that is continued from the Gopi Geet. The Gopi Geet that we had done, I think, on day 1. And this is the glory of Lord Krishna, mysticism of Srimad Bhagavatam, translated into English by Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, Pujya Gurudev Shri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj. So today is day 5 of Shri Krishna Janmashtami, and the topic is Viraha. Viraha. Have you heard of this word Viraha? When I was little, I heard this word Viraha. Then I didn't know what it meant, and there was very elderly person in Fiji, Girimitya, like born in India, brought into Fiji to do some labor, and he was related to us physically related through my father. And he would sing this song, say he's singing Viraha Geet. Viraha Geet. It was, I still can remember he used to put his fingers in the ears and would sing that. I don't at all remember words, but I do remember how he used to sing, and he would go long, like some words would be very high. So Viraha, what does that mean? The pain of separation from God. The pain of separation from God means, that's how Gopi Geet came up, because the Gopikas were separated from Lord Krishna when they were dancing, when they were so much enjoying the dance, and all of them thinking that Lord Krishna is dancing only with that one gopi, because he had multiplied himself and was dancing with each one of them. And they thought he's dancing with me, the other one thought he's dancing with me, all of them. And then they all became proud. They had that ego in them. I'm the best, that's why he's dancing with me. I'm the best, that's why I love him the most, and he loves me the most. And this is divine love, that I have that divine love for my Lord, and my soul is one with him. That's why he's with me dancing. And that's the dance of joy. So beautiful, just to think. And people think that Lord Krishna was mischievous. He was dancing when he was even 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. He didn't, and yet people take it wrongly in terms of physical embodiment. It's not about physical pleasure, it's about that divine bliss. That divine bliss, that when you have that soul, Atma and Paramatma, soul to soul connection, no selfish reason, but just that oneness with God. And at soul level, we are all one. So that is why when one is suffering, we feel the pain also. You wouldn't know why, but there is this pull. When there's suffering in the world, we all suffer in different ways. Those who are aspirants, those who are devotees of God, they do. They have that compassion in them. So Srimad Bhagavatam presents a most poignant portrait of what devotional texts refer to as viraha. When Krishna sensed the development of subtle pride in the gopis as they sported with him in Vrindavan prior to the Ras dance, he suddenly disappeared. As Krishna explained to the gopis later, he hid briefly only to free them from mental limitations. During his absence, the gopis experienced the most intense pain of separation or viraha. This state of viraha is a lofty state on the path of devotion. So many of you must be feeling this. The day you don't have time or you have some other very important things, commitment going on, and you were unable to do your daily sadhana the way you always do, you feel that pain. Say you offer a flower to Lord every day, and one day you got sick, you were not able to pluck a flower from the garden, and you feel that pain that day. So when you feel that pain, when you cannot do something that you do every day, and you feel that pain, then do it mentally and pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, this is the situation, and I'm offering you the mental, as I have mentioned before, the mental offerings are very high level. And of course, we love to see with our own eyes and hear with our ears. That means the worldly eyes and worldly ears. When we see the beautiful flower on our altar, it feels so blissful and it's pleasant to the eyes. And when we listen to the songs, the bhajans, the kirtans, it's so pleasant to our ears. So when there is silence, when there is no music or devotional songs, when you are closing your eyes, you should still see your altar, you should still see that beautiful flower, and you should still be able to hear that kirtan, that melody, and the chanting of the Lord's name, because mentally and emotionally charged, you are still chanting your mantra, your Ishta mantra, your Guru mantra, your Lord's name. So keep on enjoying that bliss. So what happened here is that this state of viraha is a lofty state on the path of devotion. It is experienced by rare fortunate souls who have attained purity of heart and have become spiritually intoxicated by glimpsing the divine beloved. Just as lightning in the sky illumines the firmament, allow only to vanish and leave dark clouds dominating the sky. In the same way, a devotee experiences glimpses of the Supreme Beloved, which are followed by darkness, a stage of yearning to regain the mystical vision. So same way, when you don't see the Lord, don't see that, you feel that sadness, that you feel that darkness, and you want to have that glimpse again, you want to hear that again, you want to see that again, you want to do that action, means offering flowers or whatever sadhana you do every day. So viraha is the precursor of the overwhelming sweetness of divine union. The fire of viraha burns all impurities of the mind and melts one's heart. So when you have that feeling of viraha, that loneliness, that aloneness because, or sadness because you were unable to do it, it is burning all your impurities and then making your heart pure and melting your heart. So worldly sentiments then dissolve in the river of divine love and flows to the ocean of God. Then the worldly enjoyments, worldly love does not matter. It just It's just lost, it melts in to the Lord. The term viraha is also used in common parlance to imply the pain experienced by a lover when separated from his beloved. Yet it would be great folly to define viraha in terms of worldly pain. So viraha is not, you can just temporarily say it's something like that, that you in the worldly, when a lover is separated from the beloved, but it is nothing near to that. It is viraha, which is not the worldly pain, but the worldly pain is to be eradicated, but divine viraha is to be adored, aspired for, and experienced. Because this is the soul wanting to be reunited with the Supreme Consciousness. Miserable is the person afflicted with worldly pain, but most blessed is the devotee who suffers pains of separation from the divine beloved. So I'll continue. I'll read this, the next portion about Radha. Radha, the next topic is Radha, the symbol of Mahabhava. The highest flight of devotional sentiment is called Mahabhava. In mystical terminology is called Mahabhav, supreme bhav, feelings. So in certain devotional Puranas, this absolutely pure sentiment is symbolized by Radha, the foremost devotee among the gopis. Although Srimad Bhagavatam does not mention the role of Radha, it does suggest that there was one among the gopis who was specially close to Krishna. In the later Puranas, Radha became the symbol of the highest devotional feeling. So Radha is not mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, but wherever the word Shri is there, that is Radha. And there is other stories behind it why Radha was not mentioned, because She is so beloved, full of devotion, and you feel like you are lost in that divine love. So Sri Shukdev ji and Sri Vedvyas ji and Sri Shukdev ji would not be able to handle that in terms of being able to impart the knowledge and the devotion of Srimad Bhagavat, because taking Radha name would just connect them to Sri Radharani as their guru and would be lost in that divine love. Although Srimad Bhagavatam does not mention the role of Radha, it does suggest that there was one among the gopis who was special, and everyone knows that she was specially close to Krishna, and that's who is the story about. In the later Puranas, Radha became the symbol of the highest devotional feeling. In these texts, there is no jealousy between the gopis and Radha, just as there is no contradiction between the divine sentiments and the highest devotional feeling, Mahabhava, in which all sentiments are fulfilled. Thus the gopis yearned to bring Radha and Krishna together. They found their love for Krishna fulfilled as Radha met with Krishna and delighted in him. They experienced divine satisfaction in Krishna's one-pointed love for Radha and Radha's love for him. The moment Radha unfolds within one's heart, union with Krishna naturally follows. When one finds the footprints of Mahabhava, they will lead one directly to the divine self. That is why they say it is not they say it is very much with deep faith and devotion. As soon as you chant Radha's name, you get directly connected to Lord Krishna. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna. If you don't take Radha's name, Lord Krishna will not come running. Soon as you take Radha's name, he comes running into your heart, and that means your heart is now butter. My Gurudev says that your heart should be like butter. Why? Because Lord Krishna will steal it. He loves butter so much. And then when your heart is like butter, then it melts very quickly. Compassion is there. Divine love is there. You feel for others also. You feel others' pain also. And you get connected to the Lord also very quickly. Radhe Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. And I will just chant one shloka of Gopi Gita. I think 1 and 2 I did the other day, so today will be Vishjalapyayan Vyalarakshasan Varshamarutan Vedyutanalan Vrishamayatmajan Vishwato Bhaya Drishabhate Vayam Rakshitamuhu. This was shloka number 3 of Gopi Gita in Skand 10 of Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. And let's sing one kirtan and enjoy this moment to celebrate Lord Krishna's birth. Narayan, Narayan, Bhajaman Narayan, 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 Bhajaman Narayan, Shri Hari Madhava Narayan, Bhajaman Narayan, Shri Hari Madhava Narayan, Bhajaman Narayan, Murali Sham Mohan Sham, Murali Mohan Sham, Murali Sham Mohan Sham, Murali Mohan Sham, Mere Ram हे घनश्याम सबके जीवन दाता, सबके प्राणों के प्राण, मेरे राम हे घनश्याम, जय घनश्याम हे घनश्याम, मेरे राम हे घनश्याम, जगद गुरु घनश्याम, जगद गुरु घनश्याम, मेरे राम हे घनश्याम सबके जीवन दाता, सबके प्राणों के प्राण, नारायण नारायण भजमन नारायण, श्री हरि माधव नारायण भजमन नारायण, मुरली श्याम मोहन श्याम, मुरली मोहन श्याम, मेरे राम हे घनश्याम सबके जीवन दाता, सबके प्राणों के प्राण, सबके जगत गुरु, सबके जगत गुरु. Breathe in with Om. Inhale, hold and exhale with Om. Om. Prayers for everyone. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So mentally go around the Giriraj Bhagwan. Have you heard of Giriraj Bhagwan? Do some Google research. Govardhan Parvat is Giriraj Bhagwan. And this story again another time, but it was so beautiful when I did that with heavy rain, just like that day when it was raining, when Lord Krishna lifted that Giriraj Bhagwan, lifted that Govardhan Parvat with his little finger. And all the gopis, all from the village were under that Parvat, the mountain. So chant this mantra as I'm chanting. Mentally go around the Parvat, Giriraj Bhagwan, Govardhan Parvat. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So every time you chant your mantra, your Ishta mantra, your Lord's name or your Guru mantra, whatever you chant, chant with love, with that divine love, with that connection. Don't just do lip service to chant fast, fast, fast just to meet your number. There comes a point the number does not matter. When a guru tells you to chant 10 mala a day, this is just to bring in discipline in you. And that discipline teaches you to continue chanting your mantra mentally with every breath and with bhava, with mahabhava, with that divine love, with that divine devotion. So breathe in and then chant your mantra slowly, just like if you were chanting Krishna. Then you say, Shri Krishna, 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 Krishna. And then make sure in between each mantra you take deep breath and then hold a little bit, and then when you are exhaling you are chanting Krishna. Or when you breathe in, Krishna, hold Krishna, exhale Krishna. Or if you are saying Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So that way you are doing pranayam with the mantra also. Divine love, light, effulgence of light. May Lord Krishna turn your heart into butter with your austerity, and then Lord Krishna comes to steal the butter. And may he abide in the core of your heart with Radharani forever. Divine love, effulgence of light, bliss. Give all thoughts, any sorrow, any pain, give all to Lord Krishna. Surrender to Him. Surrender yourself to Him. Om. Divine love, light, peace, healing, prosperity, Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti to you and to your near and dear ones. May all be auspicious. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This is Swami Lalita Priyananda from Sacramento, California. Hari Om Tats.